Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Craig Stern with IndieRPGs.com, and a brand new episode of IndieRPGs.com checks out. That pop-up that you just saw was just telling us that Tales of Aravorn Seasons of the Wolf, the game we're now checking out, is not yet released. There's a pre-release version. As you can see in the bottom left, it is version 0.8.7. It's in beta, things are still being finalized, but it's still kind of final-ish. Because look how far along that version number is. It's getting pretty close to 1.0, am I right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. So, let's go ahead and give this a shot. You may notice there's a continue option up here. That's because I played through it, and then when I stopped recording, I went and checked, and Fraps had not recorded it. So I'm trying again! Not helping with my whole being behind on recording the videos thing, Fraps. Not helping. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and start a new game. First, we get a game difficulty. We're going to play on normal, because it's a moderate challenge for people familiar with RPG games. Like us! We're familiar with role-playing games. Select your hero! FYI, you get both of these characters. Doesn't really matter who you select, except that there's certain scenes where you can get romantic with people, and, you know, if you want to play from the point of view of a dude in a romantic situation, you should pick a dude. And if you want to have sexy times as a lady person, human being, elf thing, then you should be this one. I'm going to be a dude because that is how I prefer to have my sexy times. At least in video game land. Okay, so now we get to select our class for both Shay and Althea. Shay's the dude, Althea is the sister. So, I'm just going to go ahead and make Shay a ranger, and Althea, I don't know. I could have her be a hunter. Hunters are kind of like archers, and they can deal a lot of damage to single targets. But I could also have her be a druid. Druids are basically wizards and clerics all rolled into one. Honestly, I'm sure these guys are great, but I want a wizard, so Althea's gonna be a druid. And now, we distribute some attribute points. Gonna put some points into Constitution, so Shay has more hit points. We could put more into Will to give him more skill or spell points, more into Strength to give him greater attack, Skill to give him greater defense, Agility to increase his speed, or Arcane to increase his magic. He's mostly a fighter, and I'm mostly going to be using him as a wall, so I'm going to put everything into skill that I haven't put into Constitution to give him higher defense. And likewise for Althea, she is a druid, so we're going to put everything into Arcane and into Will. That will do it. Aha! Next we get to select traits by going through a little story. When Althea was still a child, she was once out picking berries near her family's hut when she suddenly saw a poisonous, woolly snake slithering towards her. Althea knew that one bite could have been fatal, so she kept her cool and skillfully caught it by the neck and threw it back to the forest. Quickly evaded the snake's bite, jumping up and running back to the safety of her hut. Stayed perfectly still, not even blinking, and staring down the snake until it slithered away. We're gonna go with this one. Even at this young age, she had already demonstrated an impressive amount of self-control and determination. Althea's will is improved. So she just got 5 extra will points, and that's going to improve her magic point pool significantly. Even as a young boy, Shay had always been very competitive. He wanted to be stronger, better, and faster than anyone else, and he trained day and night for it. By far, his favorite exercise had been running through the forest for hours until he almost collapsed, and then running for 2 more minutes the next day. Climbing a tree and then doing pull-ups on a higher branch until his arms hurt and he almost fell off. Putting up small targets made of wood and then trying to hit them with a stick while keeping his eyes shut. I'm guessing that will increase speed. I'm guessing that will increase strength. And I don't know what that'll increase. Maybe skill? I don't know. Let's go for this one. Thus, Shay quickly developed great strength in his upper body and arms, surprising for a boy of his age. Shay's strength is improved, so now he deals, like, a lot more damage. That's good. So, there's a bunch of skills here. I'm just gonna go through them really quickly. This critically hits a target and makes them slowed for 3 turns. This, if you happen to have a shield, will reduce damage by 75% from normal attacks for 3 turns. This increases your chance of critical hit by 10% each turn for the next 5 turns. This critically strikes a target and deals 50% of the damage to any creature behind it, which is really helpful if you happen to have enemies that are lined up in that way. Wide Slash hits all enemies in the front row for 75% base damage, also useful if you happen to have enemies all lined up like that. Healing Prayer, this is a healing ability. Increases 50%, or sorry, recovers 50% of the total hit points of whatever target you use it on. Really handy. I'm probably going to go with that one, just because it's really good to have that extra healing person available. Taunt increases enemies' hate toward the ranger by 250 points, so they are more likely to target him or her. That could be useful, but I'm not going to do with that right now. Guard. The character guards an ally in the back row for the next 7 turns, taking damage instead of the target. Useful to protect mages and thieves from enemy attacks. That's also a useful one, not getting it just yet. Crosscut critically hits a single staggered target using 2 weapons, permanently lowering his or her hit points by 15% each hit for the rest of the battle, assuming the target is not a boss. If it's not a staggered target, I assume it does nothing. Hits a single staggered target for 250% damage and pushes it back. Available only when using a 2-handed weapon. Also, I assume the target has to be staggered or it does nothing. Ward blesses the ranger to raise elemental resistances for 5 turns. Go Power Rangers. Still not getting it. Bramblecoat surrounds your body in a coat of brambles for 5 turns. Increases defense by 15% as well as harming those that strike you with melee by 5% of their hit points. Every hit, the duration of effect decreases by 1. This, I assume, would be really useful to use in concert with Taunt. But once again, we're not getting those yet. We're getting Healing Prayer. Let's get that. Yes. And now we get to choose Althea's skill. So all these up here are basically healing and buff abilities. That heals 50% total hit points, and the allies on either side of the target by 25%. That's handy. Tree of Life heals a single target 50%, and if the target's knocked out, resurrects him or her. That's really useful. Holy crap. Purification heals all allies 20% of total hit points, and reduces negative conditions from all of them by 3 turns. So a relatively weak heal, but it targets everyone. Good for counteracting AoE attacks, I assume. Eagle's Grace increases a single ally's speed by 50% and regenerates 10% of total hit points each turn for the next 3 turns. So that's a really nice little buff ability. I'm not sure that it's good enough to justify getting it in lieu of a healing spell, at least for the start of the game. And then we come to our elemental attacks. Basically, these are AoE and these are single target. This is Earth, Fire, Ice, and something. Air, I guess? Yeah, likewise, Earth, Fire, Ice, Air. This causes Shattered, this causes Burning, this causes Frozen, this causes Tired. Which, if you ask me, sounds like way less impressive than the other status effects, but hey, you didn't ask me, so, doesn't even matter. I'm going to get Tree of Life. Alright. Esteemed ladies and sirs, both noble and common, welcome to the world-renowned arena of Dingira! The Grand Mogul Rafik wishes all of you, his honored guests, a pleasant stay at his City of Wonders. The invitations you receive to tonight's spectacle are only a small gesture of the Grand Mogul's generosity and kindness towards you, newcomers to Dingira. If you wish to see more events like this one during your stay, tickets are available every day until 1 hour before the fights, right at the entrance of this arena. And now, without further delay, to what you've all been waiting for. Esteemed ladies and sirs, the first fight of the evening! You are in for a very special treat tonight. Even our most loyal admirers will have rarely seen a setup like this one. The first fight of the day is a 2-on-2 between sworn enemies. Wild and ferocious orcs throw all their rage against nimble and swift elves. The eternal struggle, and all of them in their very first arena fight. But that is not all. Esteemed ladies and sirs, this battle matches 2 pairs of twins against one another. Here are the orcs from the wide Badlands, Gurk and Hark! Yes, esteemed ladies and sirs, I cannot tell the two apart as well. However, you will have it easier with their opponents. From the distant lands of eternal ice, the elven twin brother and sister, Shay and Althea! Alright, so we're just gonna do this nice and easy like. Ranger dude goes up front, wizard, druid, person goes in the back. Confirmed! Okay, so basically the way you do things is you click on a guy and it gives you a list of things you can do. I'm gonna cast a magic bolt at this guy. And now I'm gonna whack him with the sword. Oh no! Let's cast another magic bolt and whack him with the sword again.
More where that came from.
There is more where that came from. That's absolutely correct, Shay. Great observation.
Oh no, it's a poison dagger! Hang on, Shay!
I'm actually kind of surprised at how little damage Shay is doing to Hark there. One would think he would do slightly more damage. Oh well.
Alright, anybody injured?
Well, I think those two are injured, Oh, man. Let's continue. And victory goes to the Twin Elves, Shay and Althea! Wasn't that a spectacle, esteemed ladies and sirs? Wasn't that a sight? Didn't these two make your hearts race? If you want to see more of them, just check our fighting schedules. Who knows? Maybe one day you shall even see brother pit against sister! And now for our next attraction. Oh God, how terrible. I didn't think it would come to this. Neither did I, Althea. At least they didn't make us fight to the death. They rarely do. What? Who are you? Relax, I'm Riley. I'm in the same situation as you two. Just another arena slave. You don't look much like a fighter. Well, I'm not. I'm an illusionist. An illusionist? Then what are you doing in the arena? Same as you. Fighting. No, I meant, how does someone like an illusionist end up an arena slave? Oh, this happens quite easily in Dingira. You get on someone's bad side, and if he's powerful enough, he'll arrange for that. Really? I thought people were only enslaved as punishment for breaking the law. There are quite a few ways people in Dingira can end up as slaves. But speaking of which, how come you are here? What do you mean? You're obviously not from Dingira. We're snow elves from Ninim, a village up north in Aeglos. Aeglos? Up in the Evercold beyond Whitefoam River. You've heard of it? No one ever travels there. Well, the merchants of Dingira do. They use some sort of magic portal to get there. Although they're pretty much the only ones who do. Figures, with the Grand Mogul's magic behind them, they can probably afford it. But how did the two of you end up here? You mean the three of us? Valus, you're here too! What? Another snow elf? He's an old friend of ours. And now also an arena slave, I'm afraid. But I saw someone else buy you, some old woman. That's right, Shay, and she sold me to Lord Yeldon right afterwards, for less money than she bought me from the slavers. A strange crone, that one. Oh, so you're also one of Lord Yeldon's arena slaves? I am now, it seems. What are you doing here, standing around and prattling, you worthless scum? Off to your cell! Sheesh, we're going, Youch! Move it! You son of a... Shay, it's alright, no use resisting, just move on. Oh, and by the way, Riley, starting today, you're going to share your cell with these three. What? Seeing as you're the only survivor of the last team you were on, Lord Yeldon's going to risk no more good fighters. He's teaming you up with the three newbies. Oh. And you three, be warned. Riley's bad luck. He's been on 7 different teams since he arrived here. He's the only one of them who hasn't lost a limb or his life. What? Well, everybody knows I sometimes get lucky. Heh, lucky. Yeah, that sounds like how you would call it. So get comfortable with your 3 new friends. I'm sure they won't mind being together with you. Actually, we... Relax, Althea. Yes, we won't mind being together with Riley. Hehehe. Let's see how long that holds. Alright, care to tell us what the Master just meant? Nothing. It sure didn't sound like nothing. Really, it's just false accusations and misunderstandings. So what about those 7 different teams you were on? Did they really all lose their lives in the arena? Some only lost a few limbs. Only? And it had nothing to do with me! Look, if we're going to trust you, then... Shay, calm down. It's obvious he doesn't want to talk about it. We shouldn't press someone to reveal something he doesn't want to reveal. Exactly. And besides, I asked first. Huh? Don't you remember? Right before your friend Venus here appeared. The name's Valus. Whatever. Right before he appeared, I wanted to know how the 2 of you ended up here. The 3 of us. Whatever. So? So before you ask me any questions, why don't you answer that one first? Well? It's a pretty long story. I have time, and I don't see you going anywhere before tomorrow. I don't think my brother wants to talk about it. No, Althea, it's okay. I'll tell. It was my fault we ended up here anyway. Oh, that doesn't sound as though it's going to be a fun story. It sure isn't. Act 1. Winter. My sister and I used to live in the forests together with our father Moran, only a seal's leap away from Ninham. Our father was a very strict man. He taught us that all of things in life, discipline was the most important, and he went to great lengths to make sure we understood that lesson. One of his rules was that neither my sister nor I was allowed to leave our hut without the other, and if father was out, we both had to stay home. One day, he arrived from a hunt later than usual. Father, you're wounded. It's nothing. I was just careless. What happened? One of the snow lurkers I shot happened. I thought it was already dead when I went close to it. Only problem, it wasn't. It bit me in the side. Let me see. I said it's nothing, Althea. I'll tend to the bite myself. Sorry, Father. If you want to make yourself useful, grab your brother and take the skins I brought to the tanner. You already skinned them? I had to. The traps were too full to take everything home at once, so I skinned my catch and buried most of the meat under the snow. And the skins? Next to the door in the bag. We'll take care of them, Father. Good. Now remember what I told you. Stay on the path, don't stray, don't speak to the people of Ninham unless spoken to. And don't waste time with that useless Valus? Exactly. Understood, Father. We're off. And so we set off for the village of Ninham. So this is kind of how things work in the game. You click things, and you're taken to a scene, and a thing happens. Wait, brother, Father said not to stray too far from the path. You're right, let's not go that way. So we can check the traps, and find things. The trap is empty. Over there, a wild beast. Oh my god, it's a gray wolf. Let's kill it. That's what you do with wolves, right? Look at him, he looks pretty nasty. And that's like a giant-ass tooth in the back of his mouth. Pretty sure it's not anatomically correct. I'm just saying. Also, wolves, I don't think they pounce. I think it's more of a cat thing. I'm just gonna nitpick, because I have nothing to do other than repeatedly click on this guy until he's dead. That is just how I roll. Hey, I know. I'll whack it with the sword. Isn't that a great idea, folks? And now I'm gonna heal Shay. Cool. Well, now you're dead.
Over.
You're right, Althea, it is over. We won. Thank goodness for that. Well, we got 2 ruined pelts and a pelt. Seems worth it. And now we're fighting an old snow tiger. Okay. Works for me. This is actually randomly generated. Excuse me. The results when you check these traps, that is, are randomly generated. It changes every single time. So, like, the last time I played through this, and I did play through this before, because, you know, as I was saying, the recording didn't take last time, there were not all these encounters connected with these various traps. I really love that sound effect. That is like the best sound effect.
All right, we did it!
Yeah! Kegger party at my place! We did it! Oh snap, look at that snow tiger pelt. That is hot. Good stuff. What have we here? We caught something! Let's hope the pelt is valuable. We got ruined pelt, quantity 3. Well, that kinda sucks. I don't want a ruined pelt, I want, like, a good pelt. Hey, it's a group of wild animals dangerously close to Ninham. Let's kill them. Because that's what you do when there are wild animals. Ooh, a white wolf. Nice. I bet he has a good pelt. Too bad we're gonna have to kill him, so that we won't actually get the pelt. Oh well. Oh, that's interesting. I just noticed that it gives you all the stats for the enemy once you click them over on the left side, and shows what abilities they are resistant to. Cool stuff. Well, let's kill him. I really like that sound that Shay makes when he gets hit. He sounds like Link from some of the Zelda games. Like, tell me that. I don't know, that little grunt he makes. I think it sounds decidedly Linkish. Link-like in nature. That one not so much, but the other ones did. And now he just sounds like Homer Simpson. Really? No pelt at all from a white wolf? Come on. Come on, game, you're killing me. Okay, let's go ahead and go to visit Laronius the Tanner. Greetings! Hello, Laronius. Oh, it's you two. We bring another delivery of skins. Again? What do you mean again? It's been 2 weeks since we brought the last one. But I haven't even finished tanning the last pelt you brought. What is it this time? No idea. We, actually didn't look. Well then, let's see. Meh, not very impressive. What do you mean? Mostly bark munchers again. A dire badger? I can only make leather out of that. And a snow lurker! Terrible smell! Bah! The entire delivery reeks of it. So, how much will you pay us? For pelts in that condition, meh, 30. What? Only 30? Well, the Barkmentor pelts are worth 5 per 10 pelts, so that's 25. I cannot pay more than 3 for the badger. People hardly pay anything for leather these days. And you can consider yourselves lucky to get anything for that snow lurker. I'm paying you two to round off the bill and so that you don't have to carry it back. Now, come on, that delivery's got to be worth at least 50. You paid us 40 last time, and it wasn't even close to this much. I was being kind with you because you looked as though that rotten father of yours hadn't fed you for 3 days back then. You... But you cannot expect me to be this generous every time. What you brought me is worth 28 and I'm paying 30. That's a fair offer. That's a fairly stingy offer if you ask me. What? Valus. That snow lurker hide alone is worth 50 and you know that. No other material is better for making watertight bags. Why, you. And while I agree that bark muncher pelts are usually cheap, you can't have overlooked that one of these is from a white bark muncher. They're incredibly rare. Oh, so they should be worth more? Oh my god, Althea. Althea, listen honey, you need to stop talking. At least 10 times the price of a normal one, so 5 for that. So it's 29 from the bark munchers, and then another 50 from the snow lurker, which makes 79. And if you really can't do anything with the hide of a dire badger, I'll buy it myself for 10. Or maybe you want to make a better offer than that. 11. 12. Alright, 15. Fine with me. I won't offer 15. So that's 79 plus 15... 94? Yeah, okay, 94. Here, take the money. I got 94 coins from the pelts. What? The pelts had 94 coins? Why do we even need to talk to this guy? That's crazy. Wow, thanks. Yeah, thank you, Valus. And is there anything else you want from me, Valus? No, not particularly, just dropping by. Then get out of my store, all of you. Sure. But before we go, Loronius. What else? If I ever catch you trying to cheat the twins again, I'm taking it before the council. The council ruled that these two are not to be blamed for their father's misdeeds, and that they're to be treated like every other citizen of Ninham. Don't take advantage of them again. I won't let you. Don't act all high and mighty, you're nothing but a mercenary. No longer, Loronius. I don't fight anymore. All I want is peace for me and for everybody else around me. Oh yeah, if you want peace, then why do you live outside the walls of Ninham? Exactly because of that. Huh? Let's go, you two. Alright, Valus. Really, the two of you should know by now how much your father's hunting is worth. Why don't you call Loronius out on his attempts to cheat you? You see, Valus, father wouldn't want us to. That's not true. Your father would not want to see Loronius to get the better of you. Or, you know, maybe not see at all, because that word's not in my dialogue. No, what I mean is, father wouldn't want us to get on the bad side of anybody in Ninham, even if it's some shady guy like Loronius. Really, I understand that he doesn't want you to start picking fights, but this... Look, Valus, he doesn't want either of us to be cast out of the village like he was. There's no way this is going to happen. Complaining about bad prices with a tanner is hardly comparable to being responsible for the death of a person. Well, he still wants us to be aware that the only reason why my sister and I are still allowed into Ninham is because the villagers still tolerate the two of us. That's not true, Shay. You're well-liked in Ninham, as is your sister. If people treat you the way Loronius does, it's just because you think they should be allowed to get away with it. But father wouldn't... Your father is trying to protect you, Althea, but he's going too far. The two of you are of age now. It is time you are allowed to make your own decisions. You mean... If it had only been your choice, would you have called out Loronius on his ridiculous offer? Yes. I don't know about you, sister, but I would've. Then it's time for you to start doing that, and you will see that it will help you more than not trying to offend anybody just because your father tells you to. But father won't like that when he hears about it. Oh? And how is he going to learn about it? He's not allowed in Ninham, and no one from the village ever visits him, so how should he know? You're right, Valus. Maybe it's time Althea and I should make a few decisions of our own. As long as they don't do any harm. Believe me, it's going to take a lot until you two will be cast out of the village like your father. Don't kill anybody, and don't be responsible for someone's death, other than, like, a bunch of wolves that you're mercilessly slaughtering for no reason, and you'll be fine. Yeah, you're right about that. So, do you want me to accompany you back to your hut? Actually, I doubt Father would appreciate that. Oh. Please, don't take it personally. He still hates my guts, doesn't he? He still thinks you should have never left Ninham. And I agree with him. I was a fool to think I would find a good cause to fight for out in the world. There are no good causes. Only people with their own agendas. That doesn't change his opinion of you. Well, if he ever thinks he can forgive me, tell me. I'd really like to have a meet with him, like back in the old days. Sorry, Valus, I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, I know. Come, we should head home, brother. You're right, Althea. See you, Valus. See you soon. And now we're free to wander around. Whee! Just kidding, we can't go there. Or there. But we can go there. Let's see if we can buy a thing. We're back! You took your sweet time. Why the dilly-dallying? I'm sorry, we got held up a little. I don't want to hear about it. How much did you get for the skins? 94. Meh. At least a somewhat appropriate price. It's quite a bit more than what the tanner usually pays. You must have had a good day. In any case, dinner's almost ready. Althea, lay the table. Shay, you cut some bread. Smells nice. Bark munchers too? Yeah. It's best when the bark muncher meat is as fresh as possible. I made a really big pot, so we'll be eating tomorrow. Father? What is it? Why are you flinching? It's nothing. It's the wound where the snow lurker bit you, isn't it? Yeah, but it's nothing serious. I just moved carelessly. I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Althea, Shay, you carry the pot to the table. Yes, Father. However, that night... Ah! Huh? Father! Father, what is it? Burns! Burns! Shay, what's with Father? I don't know. Hot. So hot. Burning up. Look at him clutching his side. It's where the snow lurker bit him. Oh no. His wound must have become infected. He's running a fever. Father! Father, can you hear me? It's no use. He's delirious. We've got to do something, but what? I don't know. Wait! Shigala! The healer, of course! Yes, we've got to take him to the healer. Wait, he's not allowed to enter Ninham. We can't take him there. And we've got to bring Shigala here. You're right, let's go, quickly. New quest, save Moran. Go to the village of Ninham to help. Seek the help of Shigala the healer to save your father. Reward 100 XP. Let's do this! But first, let's check the trap. We didn't catch anything. Looks like someone's about to catch us. Look there. Oh my god. It's a gray wolf. Let's kill it. Yeah, Dad's about to die, but we have to kill the wildlife. Come on. Come on. Priorities, people. Indeed. You said it, Shay. Yeah, that's right. You didn't stand a chance, wolf. Yep, that's why you don't want to go that way, because father said not to stray too far from the path. Not because your dad's about to drop dead from a fever. Because he said, yeah, let's not stray too far from the path. I actually think Althea might be one of the dumbest characters I've seen in an RPG, just because she says the dumbest stuff. Ah, what's that? Goblins? Yes, those look like goblins. What are goblins doing here? There are no goblins in our forest. Well, then you go and tell them they don't exist. Oh, maybe they do exist. Okay. Case in point, like right after I say she says the dumbest stuff, she goes and says a really dumb thing. Althea, not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. On the plus side, Shay has really good defense, so he's not taking much damage from these guys. I like how he's right in front of him and he's using a ranged attack. That is just silly.
Gotcha.
Sure did get him. We got an aquamarine and a rusty shortbow, too. Check that out. Let's see, we could go to Velus's home. We could go to the general shop. Well, just kidding. We go here. Nope, no we can't. We could go here. No, totally can't. How about here? Nope. How about here? Nope. How about... oh, I don't know. The healer shop! Oh my god, we did it. Halt, who goes there? It is us, Shay and Althea. What do you want at this time of night? We need to see Shigala, the healer. Please, it's urgent. The healer? Come right in. Shigala, open up.
Shay, Althea, what in the 8 heavens?
It's father. An animal bit him yesterday, and now he's running a high fever.
A fever?
Yes, he's moaning and screaming and saying it feels as though he's burning up.
Oh my, that doesn't sound good. Where is he?
Still at home.
What? Why didn't you bring him?
Sorry, Shigala, you know he isn't allowed into Ninham.
I don't believe it! Did that idiot Dariel really deny a sick person quarter in Ninham?
No, we wanted to avoid complications.
Next time, forget about complications and take Moran directly here. I'll speak up for him before the council then. And now let me quickly get my herbs. Meet me by the gate. I'll come with you.
Alright. When we returned to the gate, Daronis had already gathered the Night Watch around him. Was Shigala able to help you? She's coming with us. Father is sick. What? Moran is sick? Yes, it doesn't look good. Then one of you should have stayed with him. We're not allowed to leave our hut alone. The woods at night are dangerous, that's right.
Alright, I have everything. Let's go, quickly.
Wait, Shigala. I'll give you an escort to Moran's hut and back. No way am I letting you into the woods at this time in the company of 2 kids. Hey, we're of age. Barely. Still, you'll be safer with 5 men of the Night Watch around you.
Thank you, Daronis. Much appreciated.
My pleasure. In the company of the Night Watch, we quickly returned to our hut without further incidents.
That doesn't look good. The flesh around the wound has turned purple. What sort of animal bit him?
He said it was a snow lurker.
Ah, that explains it. Snow lurkers can feed on carrion without becoming sick themselves, but whatever disease their prey died from, they still carry between their teeth.
So, what does he have?
It looks like the foaming fever. He hasn't started foaming from the mouth yet, has he?
No, I haven't seen anything like that. Have you, brother? No, me neither.
Then it's not too late. I'll begin treating him at once. Althea, you boil a small pot of water. Shay, take the yellow pouch from my bag.
I have it.
There are small roots inside. I need you to cut them into small pieces and then chew them.
Huh? Me?
Yes.
I'm not sick. Shouldn't Father...
You two are related by blood. I need to put them into the wound, and if a blood relative chews the roots up, their healing powers are stronger.
Ah, I understand.
Then get going.
Shigala's sister and I fought for Moran's life through the entire night. As the sun rose above the trees, we had finally won.
Phew, that was quite a bit of work, but his fever is falling.
So, did we make it?
Yes, he should survive it now.
Thank you. Thank you a lot, Shigala.
Never mind that, it's my duty to help people. But I think you should still pay for the herbs I had to use.
Of course. Wait, I'll get Father's purse. How much do we owe you?
35.
Here you are.
Thanks.
You paid Shigala 35 gold coins. So, how long will it take before Father is well again?
A few days, maybe a week. He will feel very weak as he awakens. Tell him not to leave his bed until he's strong enough to pull his bow again.
He won't like hearing that.
Yes, Moran can be quite thick-headed sometimes, but you're his children. He'll listen to you.
Are you sure?
I am. And if he's not, come talk to me. I'll talk some sense into him. At no charge.
Thank you, Shigala.
And if you'll excuse me now, I think I'll go to bed. The Night Watch will also be happy to finally get to sleep.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired too, and I'm sure Sister feels the same. Oh yes, definitely.
Then sleep well, and if Moran's condition worsens again, call for me immediately.
We will.
Goodbye, Shay. Bye, Althea.
Bye, Shigala. Quest completed. Save Moran. Reward 100 experience points. High five! Yeah! I just high-fived myself because I don't have any friends. Level up! Assign attributes, assign skill points! Alright, we're going to give Shay more hit points. And more defense. And now we get to assign a skill. What are we going to give him? I think we are going to give him Bramblecoat. Yes. And now we are going to assign attribute points to Althea. What will we give Althea? I know, we will give her Will. She will be able to use that, that's for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Apparently, beyond a certain point, it takes 2 attribute points to increase your stats. So it looks like we're going to have to pump up something else. Maybe we'll pump up her... Jeez, I don't even know. Arcane, I guess? Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. I'll accept that. And assign skills. What do we want to give her? I know. Let's give her... Ice Spike. Cha-ching. Yes. We did it. Go us. Both Althea and I were really tired, so we immediately went to sleep. It was already past noon when we woke up again. Shay, Althea. Father? You're awake. Yes, thirsty. Wait, I'll get you something to drink. After Father had had some thinned berry juice, he looked at us weakly. I am sick, right? Yes, Father, you were running a high fever. That snow lurker, that damn snow lurker. Hush, Father, it's okay, you'll get better soon. Are you hungry? No, but I probably should eat something later. Soup. I'll make some. Wait, Althea, not right now. Oh? How long was I sleeping? Only a few hours, Father. Everything is fine. Not... It is not. The traps. The meat.
What do you mean?
Someone needs to look after the traps I set. And the meat I buried, or other wild animals will eat everything.
Don't worry, Father. That's not important.
No, you don't understand. If the animals in the traps are eaten, the traps are destroyed, and I don't have the material to rebuild them all.
So, what can we do?
You need to go out and check the traps. Get what is caught in there. And set the traps.
Okay, Father.
I haven't taught you how to skin beasts. So bring them to Ninum. To the tavern. They'll buy them.
Yes, Father.
I will be well in 2 or 3 days. Until then.
Father, Shigala says it may take a week.
Bah, who even listens to Shigala? Until then, you two, Shay and Althea, you need to take care of yourselves. I won't be there to protect you.
We know, Father. Don't worry. You've done so much for us. Now it's time that we do something for you.
Althea,
We'll make you proud.
that's good. That's good, Shay.
Come, Shay, let's go check the traps right now. Yes, Althea, we'll do that. Father, we'll be back this evening.
Yes, I know you will.
Ah, there you are. Valus. I saw the night watch coming from your hut this morning, and I figured something must have happened, so I thought I'd check on you. Father is sick. Oh? An animal bit him yesterday, and he got struck by fever. Good heavens, how is he? Still very weak. We have to attend to his work in the woods until he gets better. You two? But you're not experienced forest wardens like Moran. We've lived here long enough to know a thing or two. But the deeper woods can be dangerous. Well, that's a risk we have to take. Tell you what, why don't I accompany you? You? Sure. I grew up here just like you, and if you run into trouble, 6 hands are better than 4. I don't know. Father wouldn't approve of that. You know how he thinks of you. But you're right, we could use your experience. And Moran doesn't need to know. If it's only for a few days. Yeah, that's probably the best solution. You join us, and when we're done, we part ways again. Guys, just FYI, this is how crack addiction starts. You're like, oh, I'll just try crack for a few days. It'll be fine. I'll just try it, and then when we're done, we'll part ways. We won't ever try crack again. But then you're addicted. You're addicted to crack. And I guess in this analogy, that makes Valus crack, which is weird. I don't even know why I started talking about this. Alright, Shay, then let's go. We've gained a new party member, Valus. A crack mercenary. Alright. And because he's level 3, we get to give him things. A word of advice. You can roam freely around the world until the next plot event. Going back home advances time by 1 day, but also heals your party completely. The various side quests are available until the next season, so you do not need to rush them. Make sure you are well equipped, and some of them might be deadly. Deadly. Let's go here. This is Ninim's graveyard. We really have no reason to be here now. Let's move. Agreed. Yeah. Well, good thing you told me to go there, game. By having a big old tempting orange arrow. I blame you. We can go to Valus' home. We have no reason to go there now. But what if I wanted another cutscene telling me there was no reason to go there now? Why you gotta be stingy with your pointless cutscenes, game? Why you gotta be stingy? Hey, it's the general shop. Let's not go there. Hey, it's the healer shop. Let's also not go there. Hey, it's the tavern. Let's actually go there. The Tavern of Ninum is the best place to find new jobs. Should we ask the barkeeper? No need. There's a job board right there near the fireplace. That's funny. That kind of looks like an animal skin. Maybe people just write jobs on the animal skin. That'd be funny. Look for a job. Alright, let's take a look. Animal problem by a local farmer. Bandits who steal pelts from the traps of trappers. Kill giant snow spider in frozen woods.
These two sound like they're probably tough. Let's go for this one. Astor the farmer, east of Ninum, requests assistance in keeping his crops from being destroyed by wild animals. Difficulty easy. Reward 50 XP. Exit tavern. Travel east of Ninum. Go here. Who could be living up here? Valus, do you know who's living in this hut?
I believe a dwarf farmer resides there. Maybe the one requesting help? Who's there? Who dares disturb Astor the Red?
Sorry, we...
Nobody comes here without a reason.
As my brother is trying to explain, we...
Ah, wait. Did you perhaps come to help me solve my problems?
Yes, we're here to assist with your wild animal problem.
It's about time someone came around. Just look at my carrots.
What carrots? I see other vegetables, but no carrots.
Exactly! They've been completely eaten. I've tried everything I can think of to catch them, but nothing's worked.
Well, carrots are in the ground, dude. They're pretty easy to catch. I don't know what your problem is.
I don't know what kind of animals these are, but they're smart. I stayed up all night hoping to catch a glimpse of them, but I never saw anything.
Well, it seems like this could take a while, and most of it will involve waiting. What kind of reward are you offering?
I don't have much money, but I'm willing to share with you any surplus of crops you managed to save. Huh! Why are you laughing?
It's not worth the trouble. Shay and Althea, I would suggest we head back.
Think of what your father will do if he knew you spent the night out.
Don't worry about our father. We'll wait till he's asleep and then sneak out of the house. Yeah, and we'll be back before he wakes, so he'll be none the wiser. Let's help the farmer.
I can't thank you enough.
Okay, Valus, Althea, let's keep watch tonight and see what happens. I want to figure out exactly what's going on. What kind of animal's smart enough to evade detection for this long?
If you insist.
Later that night. Alright, here we are by the farmer's field. All we can do is wait. As the hours go by. How long have we been waiting? I expected this to be boring, but I didn't think it would be this boring. Shh! Do you hear that? What is that?
A rat man?
Try to reason with the rat men. They look like Boy Scouts. It's kind of funny. We don't want to harm you, and we hope to resolve this as peacefully as possible, but we cannot allow you to continue stealing crops from here. Please leave and never return.
We do not want to steal, but we are starving.
Why don't you hunt for meat?
We do not eat meat, and vegetables are scarce. This has been a long and unforgiving winter, and we have no choice.
I understand. It's tough out here, and you're just trying to survive, but the more you take from the farmer, the more you're hurting him. The least you could do is pay for the food you take.
We would, but we live in tunnels beneath the ground. We have no currency, and only barter with goods.
What kind of goods?
Mostly items we find buried underground, different minerals, discarded weapons, and armor.
Well, it might not be gold, but if most of those are in good condition, they'll still have a lot of value. Perhaps you can offer a trade with the farmer. Your goods for his crops. He should be more than happy with that arrangement. Quest completed! Animal problem! Reward, 50 experience points. Reasoned! Ooh, and we leveled up. Hotness. Alright, folks, well, I think we're just about out of time for showing off, what is it? Seasons of the Wolf, as Duran Duran once sang. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will have some extra info about this, like when it's gonna release and such, up on IndieRPGs.com. So you will know when you can snag this game for yourself. But yeah, once again, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Craig Stern, and this is IndieRPGs.com checks out. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, please subscribe, and by all means, leave a comment below the video. I want to know what you guys think. Is Althea really that stupid? Was I just being super mean to her? I don't know. You can tell me. Did you like all the voices I used for all the guys? You can tell me that too. Oh my god. You can leave a comment. It's great. But yeah, that's it, folks. That's all for this time. See you guys in the next video.
How can I show you I'm glad I got to know you come.